Have you ever experienced that sharp, sudden pain in your side or lower back? Maybe you felt it before, like a bad cramp, but it comes and goes quickly. It could be a kidney stone. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly are kidney stones and why do they hurt so much? Kidney stones are a common but serious health issue, affecting about 1 in every 11 people in the US. This means that millions of people are dealing with kidney stones at some point in their lives. The pain, the risk of complications, and the question of how long it takes to pass them, this is something many of us will encounter, either personally or through a loved one. But how do we handle it when that pain starts creeping in? Meet Ethan. Ethan is a 38-year-old man who has been dealing with kidney stones for the past few months. It started with a dull ache in his side, which he ignored, thinking it was nothing. But as the pain worsened, he couldn't ignore it any longer. He went to see Dr. Maria, a specialist in urology, who gave him the news he feared. He had a kidney stone. This moment marks the start of Ethan's journey into understanding what kidney stones are, how they form, and how to deal with them effectively. His story will help us understand the science behind kidney stones and how you can take steps to prevent them, or at least reduce the impact of their presence in your life. In this video, we're going to cover what kidney stones are, how they form, and how you can help your body pass them. We'll also dive into the signs and symptoms to look out for, how size matters in terms of how long it takes to pass them, and what practical steps you can take to make the process easier. Now let's dive in and learn how you can prevent or get rid of kidney stones with some simple, practical advice. Ethan had always considered himself a healthy guy. He worked out regularly, ate a decent diet, and didn't feel the need to visit the doctor unless something was seriously wrong. However, that all changed one Saturday morning when he woke up to a sharp, stabbing pain in his lower back. He thought it was just a muscle cramp from a workout, but as the hours passed, the pain didn't subside. It intensified. By mid-afternoon, the pain was radiating to his side and even down to his groin. It felt as if something was trapped inside him, and no matter how much he stretched, the discomfort remained. His heart sank as he thought, could it be a kidney stone? Ethan wasn't alone in his experience. As he later found out, kidney stones are a common ailment. In fact, statistics show that about 1 in 11 people will experience a kidney stone in their lifetime. Most commonly, they occur between the ages of 40 and 60, and the symptoms can be excruciating. What many don't realize, however, is that the pain Ethan was experiencing wasn't just a random cramp. It was likely the sign of something more serious, a kidney stone beginning its journey through his urinary tract. As the pain persisted, Ethan's wife Sarah urged him to go to the doctor. He hesitated at first, thinking the pain would eventually subside, but it didn't. So Ethan made the decision to visit Dr. Maria, a urologist, who would soon become a guiding light on his road to recovery. Dr. Maria greeted him warmly in her office. "I understand you've been having some pain in your lower back and groin, Ethan. From what you're describing, it sounds like you could have a kidney stone," she explained, gently examining his medical history. Ethan listened carefully as Dr. Maria explained that kidney stones form when minerals in the urine crystallize and stick together. These crystals can grow into larger stones, causing blockages in the urinary tract. "You're not alone in this," Dr. Maria continued. "Around 10% of adults will experience a kidney stone at some point in their lives. And while the pain is unbearable when the stone is trying to pass through the ureter, with the right approach, you can minimize the pain and potentially prevent future stones." Ethan learned that kidney stones vary in size and type. The smaller ones, less than 2 millimeters, could usually pass with minimal discomfort. However, the larger stones, like the ones above 4 millimeters, had a higher chance of getting stuck, requiring medical intervention. It was the thought of needing surgery that terrified him, and the thought of being one of the unlucky half of people who couldn't pass the stone on their own made him anxious. Dr. Maria explained the factors that led to kidney stones. The primary risk factors include dehydration, a high-salt diet, and excessive animal protein. But there's another key culprit: oxalate-rich foods. Ethan's ears perked up as Dr. Maria mentioned oxalates. He had heard the term before but never understood the connection. Oxalates are found in foods like spinach, beets, nuts, and chocolate. When consumed in excess, they can combine with calcium in your urine to form calcium oxalate stones, the most common type of kidney stone, Dr. Maria explained. But don't worry, This doesn't mean you need to cut out these foods entirely. Moderation is key. Ethan was taken aback by how interconnected everything was. Not drinking enough water was a major factor that contributed to his condition. When you don't hydrate properly, the concentration of minerals in your urine becomes more concentrated, making it easier for these stones to form, Dr. Maria said. One of the most important things you can do right now is increase your water intake, she continued. The American Urological Association recommends that those prone to kidney stones drink at least 2.5 liters of water a day. Hydration helps dilute the urine and can even help flush out smaller stones before they have a chance to grow. Ethan listened attentively, feeling reassured but also slightly overwhelmed by the amount of information Dr. Maria was providing. He knew he had to take control of his health, but he wasn't sure where to begin. Your first step, Dr. Maria said, is simple: drink more water. But there's more you can do. If you're worried about oxalates, try not to consume them in large amounts at once. For example, if you're eating spinach, try pairing it with a source of calcium like cheese to reduce the risk of oxalate binding with calcium in your urine. Ethan nodded and made mental notes. He understood that he could make a real difference in his kidney health by making small changes to his diet and lifestyle. What about the pain? He asked, still concerned. Maria smiled. For the pain, I recommend staying hydrated, and if the pain becomes unbearable, over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen or naproxen can help. They act as muscle relaxants and can ease the discomfort as the stone moves through the ureter. As Ethan followed Dr. Maria's advice, he began to feel better. He focused on drinking more water, reducing his salt and animal protein intake, and being mindful of the oxalates in his diet. Over the next few days, the sharp pain gradually eased. Although the stone wasn't gone yet, Ethan felt like he had a clearer plan and a greater sense of control over the situation. But then, one evening, Ethan felt the familiar, excruciating pain again. It was more intense than before, and he knew that the stone was probably moving. Sarah, his wife, was beside him as he struggled, offering comforting words and helping him stay calm. Remember what Dr. Maria said, she reassured him. Just keep drinking water, and don't hesitate to take pain relief if you need it. Ethan followed Sarah's advice, drinking water in small sips to stay hydrated. He even tried something Dr. Maria had recommended: sex. It sounds odd, but some studies suggest that the release of nitric oxide during sexual intercourse helps relax the smooth muscles in the ureter, making it easier to pass the stone, Dr. Maria had explained with a knowing smile. Though it felt a bit strange at first, Ethan gave it a try, and to his surprise, it worked. After a few more hours of discomfort, he felt the stone finally pass. The pain disappeared, and Ethan felt an immense sense of relief. The experience was a wake-up call for Ethan. He realized how important it was to prioritize his kidney health, not just in moments of crisis, but every day. As he recovered, he became an advocate for hydration and balanced eating within his family. He started drinking more water every day, limiting foods high in oxalates, and paying attention to his overall health. To anyone facing kidney stones, Ethan's story is a reminder that it's never too late to make changes. Prevention is key, and the steps you take today can have a lasting impact on your kidney health. If you're experiencing pain or suspect you may have kidney stones, don't wait. Consult with your doctor to get the appropriate tests and treatments. Most importantly, make hydration and diet changes part of your daily routine to reduce your risk of developing stones in the future. Remember, small changes can lead to big results. By making better choices for your health, you too can manage, prevent, and ultimately reduce the impact of kidney stones. As time passed, Ethan continued to follow Dr. Maria's advice. He remained diligent in his commitment to staying hydrated, drinking at least 2.5 liters of water a day, and he made sure to maintain a diet that was more kidney-friendly. Gone were the days when he would mindlessly snack on high-oxalate foods like almonds and spinach. He made thoughtful choices, replacing his unhealthy habits with more nutritious, balanced meals that were easier on his kidneys. Even when he craved chocolate, a once-favorite indulgence, he opted for smaller amounts and ensured he balanced it with other foods rich in calcium. Ethan had learned that kidney stones weren't just a one-time event that you could forget about once the pain subsided. They were a warning sign that the body needed attention, and if you didn't listen to those signals, the problems could return. and sometimes with more severe consequences. He began to view kidney health through a new lens, as something that deserved constant attention and care. His experience had transformed him into a more mindful person, not just in terms of his physical health, but in every aspect of his life. His wife, Sarah, noticed the positive changes in Ethan's outlook. She saw him take pride in his health, and it even inspired her to take a more active approach to her own well-being. Together, they began taking long walks, hydrating more regularly, and cooking healthy meals together, even researching new recipes to incorporate into their routine. The journey that had begun with excruciating pain had led to a lifestyle shift that benefited both of them. Ethan wasn't just preventing kidney stones, he was creating a new foundation for long-term health. One evening, as they sat down to a meal of grilled fish, roasted vegetables, and a refreshing glass of lemon water, Sarah looked at Ethan and smiled. "You know, this whole experience has made me realize how much we take our bodies for granted. Before this, we just lived our lives, eating what we wanted, not really paying attention. But now I see how important it is to nourish our bodies, listen to them, and give them what they need to thrive." Ethan agreed wholeheartedly. He had been fortunate to avoid the more drastic measures that many others with kidney stones faced, like surgery or invasive treatments. His case was mild, and he felt that he had learned an invaluable lesson from it. But what about others who weren't so lucky? What about those who were living in constant fear of the next painful episode, unsure how to take control of their health? Ethan knew that if he could help others avoid the same fate, he would. He started sharing his experience with friends, family, and even strangers who had been suffering from kidney stones. He became an advocate for hydration, a balanced diet, and preventative care. Ethan didn't just want to help people treat kidney stones after they happened. He wanted to be part of a movement that helped people avoid them altogether. One day, he received a message from an old friend, Mike, who had been struggling with kidney stones for years. Mike had been dealing with frequent pain and had undergone 2 surgeries to remove stones. After reading about Ethan's experience, Mike reached out for advice. Ethan was eager to help and shared everything he had learned from Dr. Maria, from hydration to dietary changes. Mike took it to heart and began making small but significant changes. Over the next few months, Mike reported fewer episodes of pain, and for the first time in years, he was stone-free. The power of prevention and knowledge became crystal clear to Ethan. It wasn't just about treating the immediate problem of kidney stones. It was about empowering people to take control of their own health. Prevention truly was the key, and through the right information and lifestyle changes, kidney stones didn't have to rule anyone's life. Ethan's story highlights just how important it is to take a proactive approach when it comes to kidney health. Kidney stones can be a painful and life-disrupting experience, but they don't have to be. By making small changes, like increasing hydration, moderating salt and animal protein intake, and being mindful of foods high in oxalates, you can significantly reduce your risk of kidney stones. And most importantly, if you've already had a kidney stone or suspect you might have one, don't wait. Take action today, consult with your doctor, and take the steps necessary to protect your kidneys. By sharing his story, Ethan was not only helping himself, but was also inspiring others to take charge of their kidney health. As a community, we can learn from each other's experiences and work together to create healthier lifestyles. Just as Ethan made the commitment to take care of his body, you can do the same. Prevention starts with awareness, and awareness leads to action. Start hydrating more, being mindful of what you eat, and paying attention to the signals your body gives you. You are not alone in this journey, and every small step you take toward better kidney health is a step in the right direction. Ethan's story, along with the knowledge he gained, is a reminder that taking care of your body isn't just about preventing or curing illness. It's about building a life that's as healthy and fulfilling as possible. You don't have to suffer through kidney stones or any other health issue. With the right habits, you can empower yourself to live a healthier, pain-free life. To everyone watching, I hope Ethan's story inspires you to take action in your own life. Whether you're dealing with kidney stones or just want to take preventative measures, the first step starts with knowledge. Share this video with friends and family, and let's help more people take control of their health. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions or personal experiences you'd like to share. Let's create a healthier, stronger community together. As we come to the end of this podcast, let's quickly revisit the key takeaways. Kidney stones, though common, are preventable by making simple lifestyle changes such as increasing hydration, eating a balanced diet, and being mindful of foods that contribute to stone formation. You can significantly reduce your risk, but even more importantly, it's crucial to stay proactive about your kidney health, especially if you've ever had kidney stones before. Prevention truly is the key. Remember Ethan's story? He was once caught off guard by the pain of kidney stones, but he took control of his health by following the advice of a specialist. By changing his diet, staying hydrated, and staying on top of his health, he not only avoided further stone formation, but also transformed his entire approach to living a healthier life. He was able to help others along the way, proving that with the right knowledge, anyone can make changes that will positively impact their health. This journey isn't just about avoiding kidney stones. It's about creating healthier habits that benefit every part of your life. It's about small changes today for big health improvements tomorrow. You don't have to go through this alone. Take charge of your health. Whether you are struggling with kidney stones now or just trying to prevent them, know that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your health goals. You're not alone in this journey, and every small effort counts. I encourage you to take action today. Start by drinking more water, watching your diet, and listening to your body. Your kidneys and your whole body will thank you. And if you've been through a similar experience, share your story with us. Let's create a community of support and awareness for those who need it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Share this video with friends and family to spread the word. Together, we can make a healthier, stronger community. Let's keep this conversation going, because your health matters, and so does the health of everyone you care about. Stay healthy, stay empowered, and remember, you're never alone in your journey.